Hello everyone, welcome to the Green Man channel. Hope you're all good and well. So time for the next episode or installment of the Shoegaze Files, and I'm joined by two Shoegaze Files series regulars. We've got Hector chilled on a couch and Sam Morley from Shoegaze 93 Shoegaze channel, and also from the band Breather. How are you both doing? Are you ready for this episode of our favourite vocalists, Shoegaze?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good here. I'm here actually on the couch.
Actually on the couch.
Yeah, the chill dude on the couch.
On the couch. The couch is part of the channel. Sometimes when I'm not on the couch, people say, "Where is the couch?" I'm like, for example, when I'm doing an interview and it's hot as fuck here, I'm sorry, I'm doing it with air conditioning on my room.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, totally understandable. Sometimes the couch isn't quite the right place to be in the heat of summer. It's very hot in the UK at the moment as well. We've got a blazing hot day here. So anyways, just to run through things very quickly before we start. So we're going to do 3 rounds, I think. Our first round is going to be us talking about 2 of our favourite shoegaze vocalists. Then the next round after that, we'll talk about our next 3 choices. So we're doing 5 in total. Then the final round, we'll do any honourable mentions that we wanted to fit into the video that we couldn't fit into our list of 5. So today Sam is going to kick us off with your 5 picks, but 2 for the first round.
Okay, so yeah, 5 and 4. Okay, so in 5th place, I'm going to go for, you may not have heard of this band. They are one of the original bands though from the first wave, so early 80s, early 90s period. And it's Ian Masters from Pale Saints.
Yep.
This is their debut album called The Comforts of Madness.
Yeah, I like that album, and I like him and his singing.
The vocalist really sticks out for me. Really incredible voice, choir boy kind of voice. And it's kind of like Morrissey from the Smiths, but like if his pitch was higher. You know, it's kind of that, you know, that kind of singing from the back of your throat, like head voice or whatever you call it, you know. I'm not really like a singing expert, but it's kind of like just head voice, and it's not really coming from the diaphragm. It's like...
I know what you mean. I think he's kind of sounds a bit vulnerable in some of his songs, I mean, to me as well. Like,
yeah, it's a very timid kind of voice.
Yeah.
And... yeah, it's just really unique, and it makes this band really stand out. And not to say that the instrumentation isn't fantastic, because it is. I mean, the bass, because he also plays bass as well, Ian Masters. So he's singing and playing bass, and his bass is really unique. I think there's lots of like, he plays with a capo on his bass, and it's like got arpeggios going on, and some people have pointed that out in comments of Pale Saints videos that, you know, playing arpeggios is kind of a strange way to play bass or something. But, you know, and it's, they've got a fantastic drummer as well, that Chris Cooper it is. And then they went on to I really like their second album, In Ribbons, which is when they had a female vocalist join them, and... which is Muriel Barham. Yeah. And she was originally in Lush.
Yep.
But I don't think she actually recorded anything with Lush. I think she was with them for like a year or something, and then before they released their EPs, she left. So it's a shame, you know, we never heard her on a Lush record. You know, it would have been quite fantastic with Mickey and Emma singing, like a trio of women could have been a really good sound.
Yeah, it could have been really interesting.
Yeah, and they... Obviously, I think they were both on 4AD, the record label, and they were supporting each other. And apparently, the owner of 4AD, Ivo Watts Russell, or Ivo Watts Russell, who also signed the Cocteau Twins, I think he went to a gig which was both Pale Saints and Lush on the bill, and I think he signed both of them like there and then. And they were the first bands to that Ivo Watts Russell actually went out and saw and signed, because before that he was really reclusive and he only signed bands from like recommendations from other people. Like he sent scouts out from 4AD to go to the gigs, and people signed bands for him and he only signs from listening to the CD, like demo tapes and stuff. So, but this time he actually went out and saw these bands and signed them. So, yeah, that's a big landmark there for 4AD.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Well,
Didn't know
yeah,
that
I've
already.
got some 4AD book. I think it's in my bag over there,
Yeah.
actually. History of 4AD. I really recommend it. So yeah, I'm gonna go to my fourth pick. Okay, so well, fourth place. So in fourth, I've got Louise Treehee or Treehigh. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but she's another 4AD artist, and she was in a band called Swallow.
Right, I don't know her.
And they don't do much. They haven't got a massive output. They've only got this and like an EP that came out after. So one album, one EP, that's it. But they were a 4AD artist. So that legendary record label yet again. So with the Cocteau Twins and Lush and Pale Saints, they were the bands I would consider as proper shoegaze. Or / dream pop. So yeah, I really. Oh yeah, we meant to pick a song as well, aren't we? From each artist that kind of demonstrates their voice the best, aren't we? So with Pale Saints, I would go for Sight of You, which is their big single from the first album.
Yeah, lovely song. Yeah, like that one.
Sight
I
of
think
you, the sight of
I think
you
I like
makes
Language
me
of Flowers a
feel
lot.
blue.
That one.
Yeah. And then from this one, I would go for the track Peekaboo. So there's a track called Peekaboo, which is a bit childish, I suppose. Apparently it was sampled by the Chemical Brothers or something and like made into like a dancier track. But there we go. So that's my
album called, Sam? What was the album called?
Oh, it's called Blow. Yeah, it's quite sexual, really. It's the album is the artist is called Swallow and the album's called Blow.
There you go.
There's a bit of sexual innuendo going on there, I think.
It
you can make lots
way.
of jokes about that. Anyway, that's my fifth and fourth place picks. So over to you guys.
Go on, Hector, your choices. Your first
Nice. So how do I follow that great Sam? Like he's like the shoegaze guru. So
and that American guy as well, the Stained Glass Stories. I think he's the guru.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, that guy is another guru, like shoegaze guru. So for me, I'm picking the guitarist and songwriter from the band Flying Colors, which Tom did a video on their last album. They're a shoegaze band from Australia, and I really like the album. And I like the name is Brody J. Broomer. So yeah, I enjoyed that last album. I thought it was very interesting. It has some elements of like shoegaze from the past, but with some modern. And the album as a whole, I thought it was really good. But I like the song. My favorite song from that album, I think, is "Goodbye to Music." I think that's
that one. Yeah,
that's a great song. I was actually there's the,
no, this is the 2015-16 release.
Yeah,
it's not
I
the
really
latest
like that
one.
one.
This is the one I've got.
Yeah,
I don't have the latest one though. Oh, I think I did a digital download for the latest one. Yeah,
but the latest one, it was really good. It's like 35 minutes. It came out in March, and I like it because it's like it sounds like a little bit of modern shoegaze mixed with the old. It's not that loud. It's more on like the dreamy side of things, like a slow dive. And I really enjoyed it. And I discovered this band because Tom did the review, so I started listening to them, and I think they're really cool band. So I picked that as a fifth one. The other band that I'm going to talk about, I actually own them on vinyl. It's called Nothing, and they're from Philadelphia. And the name of the singer is Dominic Palermo. And this album came out in 2020.
Somewhere.
Do you have that one too, Sam?
Yeah, I've got that somewhere. I'm just looking for it now.
Yeah.
Find it somewhere.
I like this band a lot. I think it's a pretty cool band. Right now, I think they're on a hiatus, but the song for that album that I would say, the album's called The Great Dismissal. I love A Fabricated Life that opens the album, April, Haha. You have Family Asylum, and then you have a harder song like Bernie Sanders. So you can tell where they lean. And I'm
Yeah, I like that band.
the lyrics.
Good band.
And I'm gonna show this is the variant that I got. It's
nice.
It's a very pretty looking album. I was actually listening to this the other day. So yeah, this is a band that I really enjoy a lot, and I think they're pretty. Yeah, there you go. That's the album. And yeah, they're pretty cool, and they mix shoegaze with some alternative to them. So yeah, I would really recommend this band to people who like shoegaze. So yeah, Dominic Palermo, and they got like a interesting aesthetic to them, like on the album covers, like they're very androgynous what they put. So it's pretty interesting, and they can have like a very soft side to them or a very fuzzy guitar. So they're a combination of shoegaze. Like they can be very slow dive, or they can be very My Bloody Valentine. So yeah, that's a great album.
I think this album demonstrates that the best.
Yeah,
because it's got their rocky side and the ambient side together.
Yeah,
mellow and heavy together.
It's more quiet at times, but it also came out in the pandemic, so I think it's an album very reflective of the times. But yeah, those are my picks for 5 and 4.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, I agree. Really good picks.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think they have some really quite dark videos. There's lots of macabre videos. Like there's that guy, I think it's in the Bernie Sanders song. He's sort of cutting himself up, and
yeah,
he's in a room, isn't he? Like in lockdown, and he's kind of abusing his own body.
Yeah, no, they got great videos, and there's one for I think April, Haha, where they're in New York, and there's this guy with says that the end is near, and yeah, I love them. They're on a hiatus right now. At least that's what they say in their Spotify everywhere, that they're in a hiatus right now. But I hope they return with new music, because they're a cool band. So yeah.
It's like they have a bit of a meta aesthetic to them. Like the videos,
quite heavy sound.
They've got that darkness.
Yeah, they have an interesting mix. Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
All right, we move on to my 5 and 4. I think I found this quite difficult because I kept going to my favorite shoegaze bands, and I thought I don't want to go too much down that road. I want to pick bands where I really like the vocals, obviously, because this is about our favorite vocalists. So my first pick is actually Tamarin. Her full name, I think, is Tamarin Sither Brown, and she actually opened up for Lush on their North American reunion tour. I didn't know that. Apparently, she actually opened for Lush. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. I think I've also seen, in that Facebook group, Sam, people post. I think that's how I discovered her. Was someone posted the song "Crane Kiss" a few years ago, and
yeah.
I watched that and I was like, oh, this is really good. This is up my street. That was kind of dream poppy, but she's done other sort of older albums that she did. Were kind of like Tender New Signs, with a bit more shoegazy. What I like especially about Tamarin is her vocal range. She has a really great vocal range. So she can go from quite a low register to quite a high one. I found this, if we're talking about songs that showcase that, I think it's the song Last from Crane Kiss. Where she goes like in this amazing kind of build up of vocals, crescendo, I guess is the right word. And she goes this real high, and it's just a really great vocal performance from her. I think she's just, a great vocalist. Actually, I like a lot of her albums as well. I'm sounding like I actually like a lot of her stuff. I haven't listened to her most recent one though. I must confess, the one that's kind of a bit more, I think it's kind of very poppy. But yeah, I like her work quite a bit, and so I thought she was a good pick because she just has like her songs. Like she really shows great vocals on her songs, I think. Actually, there was a description I read online from MexicanSummer.com. that I thought described her vocals quite well. So she vaults her voice from hissing depths with soaring counter melodies against Rex John Shelverton's towering guitar. I thought that was a good way of putting it. I couldn't have put it any better than myself anyway. So yeah, that's Mexican Summer's description of her vocals. Next up, I think is one that I reckon Sam might pick, because I think we've talked about Ariel before, haven't we? I reckon I was thinking, is Sam going to pick this?
I was thinking about it, but it's not in my list. No,
cool.
He
Okay,
isn't in my list.
I'm safe. I'm so safe.
Yeah, I was going to put it on honourable mentions.
Yeah, Jeremy Wren.
Jeremy Wren,
yeah. He's got an interesting.
You need to
voice.
check Ariel out. I watched Hector needs to check them out, because I don't think he's listened to them.
I haven't listened to them. I will check them out.
Yeah, you should do. Definitely one of the best, if not the best, of the 2000s.
Yeah, Chicago band. He's got a voice which is
you can't really go wrong with Ariel. It's like they are the definition of using like swirly effects with with soft vocals and stuff,
Yeah, he's got for me, his voice is he brings out emotion in his songs, doesn't he, with the way he sings. And I guess for me, one of the best demonstrations of that is an obvious choice. It's the song that a lot of people talk about, which is In Your Room, which is like 9 minutes.
Yeah, which I think is probably like the poppiest of shoegaze tunes.
Yeah.
It's one of the more commercial ones, I think.
Yeah. Wasn't it used in a TV series called Psyche or something as well?
I don't know. Maybe that was only in America.
Bit of initial research, because I was like, what this kind of song that could feature in a TV series, so beautiful and would suit that commercial environment perhaps as well, like you say, Sam. And I think his voice is just like, it just carries an emotion in it. There's something about it that's really interesting. It's a little bit nasal, I find, with some of the songs as well. It's
a bit buzzy at times.
Yeah,
but I quite like that. I learned to like it. And so, somebody actually commented or something when I shared a video on Facebook. They said it sounds a bit like the Pet Shop Boys. And having said that, I can actually hear that. I never thought about that before, but there is a Pet Shop Boys element to it, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's a name I haven't heard in a while, the Pet Shop Boys.
Pet Shop Boys.
Pet
Shop Boys. Yeah, don't mind them.
Kind of synthetic vocals at times. It kind of sounds like. I guess that's what they're getting at.
Yeah, I think the favorite part of that song for me, In Your Room, is when he sort of built into the chorus when he goes, "Your face turns red and so does mine, and then we climb all around." And I'm not even going to try and sing it because it would sound horrible. It's not horrible.
It's like a massive.
That's pretty much it. Yeah,
massive melody, and it soars, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it really soars, goes high.
Yeah, it soars. Like,
the guitar work is just so intricate as well. Those arpeggiated stuff, like do like that.
Another
it's very
thing
arpeggiated.
Jeremy Wren, I think, said in an article was something about that he doesn't write lyrics for, like, generally his lyrics are sexless, like he doesn't write for men or women necessarily. It's like about relationships and imaginary relationships, and he writes about those kind of scenarios. And
so I mean, he doesn't put himself in it. He kind of creates stories.
They're not sort of which I found interesting as well. So those are my 2 picks. So we're going to rotate back to Sam for 3, 2, and 1.
Okay, then here we go. This is the big picks. So number 3, we're going to go for another kind of obscure one, which you might not have heard of, from 2007, and they've only released the 1 album, and that is a band called Rumskib. And it's very similar cover to the Loveless artwork, which I think is intentional. But I'm getting a bit of glare, I think, from reflection and stuff like that, unfortunately.
People are going to think that we're actually in the band. And I'm like, no, I have 0 musical talent.
So very red, very nice, and they're a Danish duo. Apparently, it's just 2 of them, and the female singer is called, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's Tine Louise Quartermand, or it might be Tinny or something, or Tiny Louise Quartermand. but they're a Danish duo, so I'm probably getting the pronunciations completely wrong. But the band is Rumskip, but that's the most important thing. And they've only released one album as of 2023, but it's really worth checking out. It's part of that 2000s revival. Came at the same time as like Ariel and LSD in the Search for God. I mean, who else? Ringo Death Star was sort of, they were kicking off around 2008, something like that. So yeah, it definitely fits in with that 2000s revival. So yeah, go check it out, guys.
That one up.
And the
Sounds
song,
like a street.
my number one song from it, I would say, is number 3, Dream Poppers Tributes. That's the one I would recommend, Dream Poppers Tributes. So, moving on to my number 2 is, this is another band I think that Tom is familiar with because we spoke about them on the Best 2010s albums, and this is, if I can find it, if I can find this, here it is. It is this. It's Miniatures, Jessamines, and the singer is called Anne-Marie Duff, which I think is also the name of a famous actress as well. Apparently, because I looked it up on Google, and there's an actress called it as well. So,
what's the name of the singer?
Anne-Marie Duff. It's like a double name, Anne-Marie, and then Duff is the surname.
Yeah, well, I know there's a Hillary Duff.
She's from New Zealand, Hillary Duff. Yeah, so they're from New Zealand, but they moved to Melbourne.
Duff McKagan.
Duff McKagan.
I'm just listing the Duffs, I know.
Yeah. Duff, yeah. Yeah, and there's Duff Beer as well from The Simpsons.
From The Simpsons, there you go.
Duff Beer. But Barney. You need to do a Barney burp.
Yeah.
Barney burp for us. Moe's Bar. Yeah, so anyway, it's kind of digressing a bit there. So yeah, this is an incredible album from 2017. Cocteau's meets Curve, I would say. So a bit of industrial kind of drums, electronic program drums with Liz Fraser kind of vocals. And I wouldn't be surprised if Liz Fraser is mentioned in this episode. I'm sure she's coming up somewhere because the Cocteau Twins vocals are pretty spectacular, aren't they? So I'm pretty sure one of you guys have got her on there. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know if Tom's listened to this yet. I did mention it. I don't think you've heard it yet.
I'll be honest.
No. And you haven't even checked out Chapter House yet. So
yeah,
you're failing your homework a bit.
Like
your detention. Gonna put you into detention.
I had him listening to Monday Crew.
Hand it in.
It's bad albums.
So yeah, yeah, beautiful voice, just pure, and just she's able to reach incredible notes like Liz Fraser, that kind of bouncy vocal where it's going like high to low, and yeah, just complete gymnast of vocals. So yeah, that concludes my third and second place picks.
I'll do your first as well. Do your last one.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there was a few, it's quite contentious. There was a few names that cropped up, but I thought I'd go for something a bit more left field because I think Belinda Butcher and Rachel Goswell will probably come up. So I went for someone a bit different. I thought you guys might choose the obvious one. So I went for, big drum roll, please.
I'll let Hector do that.
It is the Boo Radleys.
Oh, yeah.
Sice Robotham is the frontman. Is a male vocalist, but very high kind of range. Soft, but soft voice, can sing very high. The guitars is very My Bloody Valentine. Lots of the reverse reverb moments from Martin Carr, the guitarist. And yeah, believe it or not, they were incredibly poppy come the mid-90s. They were in that Britpop movement with they turned very Oasis, that kind of style in the mid-90s. But before that, they were really influenced by My Bloody Valentine a lot, and Dinosaur Jr., Sonic Youth, those kind of noisy bands. You can really hear that coming through on their really early material. They've got lots of early EPs which are worth checking out. From the Liverpool area, I think, Wirral to be precise. So they've got the music heritage there, haven't they, coming from that place?
Yeah, I think
so. Yeah, and I think this is one of the underrated gems. I really do. I think this is up there, maybe as good as Loveless and Souvlaki and all the other big ones. So definitely give this a try.
You've got the signatures on that one as well. You can see.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, this is one I just ordered from eBay, though. I didn't actually meet them.
All right.
Yeah, every time that I see a video with Sam, he's got everything signed. I just imagine Sam in a gig, and he sees the finger. He's like,
I'm like this. I bring the covers out of my pocket. I got my pocket full of album covers, and I give it to them with my Sharpie pen. I got like a Sharpie, like.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, here's the guy that wants us to sign every shit."
Brilliant.
Like that. I'm like, here you go, Neil Halstead. Here you go. And they're just writing away. I met quite a few. I met Mickey from Lush, the whole of Slowdive, all of Ride. I just haven't met any of the My Bloody Valentine guys.
All right.
It's very hard to do anyway for anybody. Because it's just so mysterious, aren't they? They don't come out of their caves very much. Or wherever they live, I don't know. Maybe they live in Narnia or something. Because they're pretty magical, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so and Fire Sky was my track of choice. Fire Sky, which is track near the end of the album, like track 10, I think. Is it 10? Yeah. Okay, so cool. Yeah, that concludes my top 5.
Nice. So let's continue
Hector's
with
turn, I think.
So I'm more of a safe choice shoegaze kind of guy. So I went for number 3 with Kevin Shields from My Bloody Valentine, and of course I don't own any of. I'm trying to get some of their albums on vinyl. Hopefully. There's a few vinyl stores here in Puerto Rico, so I'm gonna see if they have something of My Bloody Valentine, because I do not own them on vinyl. But obviously, they're a very important band in shoegaze, and I love Sometimes When You Sleep. You know those classic songs. I like the da na 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 na. So it's got like that. In the 90s, I was more into grunge. And I know that My Bloody Valentine came at the same time, like the Nirvana. So I didn't listen to much shoegaze back in the 90s. I was more of a grunge guy. But as the years passed, I got more into shoegaze. And I think My Bloody Valentine is a cool shoegaze band because they have shoegaze, but they have like the fuzzy guitars that grunge had. So I think that's why they're a band that I could really relate to, because it reminds me of the best of two worlds. And I think his vocal style is really interesting. So that's why I pick him at number 3. And my number 2 and 1 is going to be easy because they're both in the same band. So of course I'm talking about Slowdive, and I have Souvlaki on vinyl. It sounds fucking great. I got this like a month ago. I just love here, obviously.
Perfect.
Yeah, Allison, When the Song Hits, Dagger. You know, it's just a great album to chill. I think even my kids like it. And, you got Rachel Goswell and Neil Halstead. I think I like Rachel's vocals better, a little bit better, the female vocals, because I think female vocals on shoegaze really blend well, especially if it's like dreamy, beautiful.
Yeah, especially if they're singing, I think, male and female together. That synchronicity really works well.
Yeah, so I think Slowdive, it's when I think of shoegaze, I think Slow Dive for me, and both of them singing together are great. This is a great album, and also there's a new album coming, so I'm excited about that.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon. We should review it. Maybe, who knows? Maybe we can interview the band. Hopefully,
Yeah.
that would be a great
clutching at
interview.
straws there. But hey, I'm actually seeing them because they're playing in a city which is less than an hour's drive away from me as a Glastonbury warm-up gig. They're playing Exeter, which is in the southwest of England.
I wish they would play Puerto Rico, but I don't think there's a huge shoegaze fan base here.
Yeah, I think we're quite spoiled in the UK. I mean, they do come round, don't they, quite a lot. So in the southwest, I mean, that's really good for me because I've only got to drive like an hour. I think I'm going up with friends on the train and going to see that gig.
Awesome.
And then they play Glastonbury like a day after.
I hope they're doing a London gig, you think, maybe, at some point.
Yeah, well, it will have to be after Glastonbury. Because,
after Glasgow, yeah.
Yeah. But I really hope there's some new material being played as well.
Yeah.
I really hope they play some new stuff in these gigs.
Okay.
You imagine Sam's getting to the gig and the people from Slow Dive catching him like, oh, here's the guy with the Sharpie.
There's that guy. Well, yeah, I think people probably are like that now. I think
Sam,
they do.
You don't know.
They must recognize me.
Maybe they have a picture of you. Do not.
They must recognize me. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, beware of the Sharpie guy.
Yeah, maybe I'm going to be in the sleeve notes of the next album. You open the CD up and my face is there, scaring everybody.
Yeah. So yeah, those are my picks: 3, 2, and 1. So obviously, Slow Dive, reign supreme. So those are my picks.
Fantastic.
Yep. Right, so onto my ones. Yeah, so I've got a couple of obvious choices as well. And I think I saved my favorite choice as one which isn't, I don't know, yeah, maybe is a popular choice as well, actually. But no, anyway, number 3, Mickey Berenyi from Lush. I think she has a voice that epitomizes that feminine shoegaze vocal style for me of the early 90s and 90s. And just her harmonies with Emma Anderson. It's hard not to mention Emma Anderson as well in a way because she harmonized so well, I think, with Mickey in a lot of the songs.
Well, she's definitely underrated as a guitarist.
Yeah.
I think Emma's a great guitarist.
She really is, yeah.
She does more of the complex guitar parts.
Yeah, yeah. And you can actually see that in the songs. Like there's some really good lead parts in a lot of the songs.
Like Never Never and Desire Lines, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great song actually, Desire Lines. The interesting thing I found about Mickey, and it's been mentioned already, I think Sam was talking about this earlier, that originally it was a different vocalist in Lush, or they were called something else like Baby Machines, I think. Before. Yeah, right. And then Mickey was actually reluctant to be the vocalist, as I've understood. And so you can sort of see how it ended up becoming the way it was, because her vocal lines are very soft, very wistful, and gentle and soothing, and all of those kind of adjectives. And I'd like the way she holds her vocal notes in that way and stuff. Again, not a vocal coach, so can't go into deep explanations. But yeah, I was trying to think of the song that showcases her vocals really well, and I think there were just so many. It's like really difficult. I like Love a Lot.
This is her book as well, by the way. She released a book recently. I haven't read much of it yet, but this has been heavily promoted. When you go to Lush's page, they promote it, and Rough Trade, you can get it from Rough Trade Bristol and Rough Trade East. All that. I mean, where are you from, Tom? Are you like more London kind of based, are you?
East London, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess you can get this from Rough Trade East.
Yeah, that could be an interesting read. I mean, I think they were another band that had a Britpop kind of sounding album, didn't they? But I quite liked that album.
Yeah, Love Life. And
Love Life, yeah.
I think they did 2 though. There's one after, because I got the official collection. There was another one in '96 called Topolini or something.
Yeah.
So it's got the red Fiat 500 on the front of it.
Okay. Oh, the ones I know best are Spooky and Split, but yeah.
Yeah, but you're right though. They did change their direction. They got Jarvis Cocker from Pulp to. He sang on one of the tracks, didn't he?
Yeah, that's an interesting guest spot, actually. I really liked Pulp. I've liked Pulp for a very, very long time.
Yeah, I'm going to see them at
particularly
Isle of Wight Festival.
His and Hers is a great album from them. One of my favorites. Anyway, where did I get to? Number 3. So it was Mickey Berenyi from Lush. Bit of an obvious pick. Well, my next choice is even more obvious. One of Hector's choices as well. I went with Neil Halstead.
Yeah.
I mean, his I don't know, but when I was listening back through the discography and how he sounds in Just for a Day, definitely like his voice has kind of matured. Like I think, and how he sounds in the self-titled album, he sounds brilliant on that album. I think like really good. His vocals are really clearer, and he sounds great. I think he's
look. I got myself a new head.
Yeah. I'm turning sideways.
I wonder if they will. Yeah, I wonder they could put my head on the next album, just facing sideways like that.
Yeah, you got to make it blurry though. It's got to be a bit blurry as well. To
blurry, yeah.
Sam, you're asking for a restraining order from the band. They're gonna be like,
they're gonna like they want promotion on their album or something. I mean, on this video, they're gonna want pay promotion, aren't they? Like an end screen or something.
Maybe I'll have to.
You might be charged by Slowdive.
Yeah. And I like his work in Mojave 3 a lot as well. Ask Me Tomorrow is one of my favorite albums. I really like that one. And yeah, I just think his vocals, and he's a really good songwriter too. So I think he knows how to write well for the band and do stuff which works really well for Slowdive, as well as being a good guitarist. I mean, great guitarist. Nothing sort of like, because he's playing it. I find it quite difficult to play at very, very slow tempos at times. I think it's kind of an art. But anyway, that's going off topic from vocals to guitaring. And my final pick, my number 1, is, drum roll again,
Linda Butcher.
No, actually, no. I mean, that's an obvious pick, I guess. I thought I would go with Molly Rankin of Alvvays, the sort of jangle pop / shoegaze / dream pop singer.
Yeah, you said you were a fan. Yeah, I approve of that. Yeah, it's a good pick.
I'm a big fanboy of Alvvays, and I think what I like about her is that she uses her vocals quite intelligently. She knows just how to write really good songs as well. So she knows how to use the lyrics and stuff and to create good vocals from those, if that makes sense. I think she's she does get her. I mean, I found this in the Facebook group actually a bit. She has her critics, doesn't she? That don't maybe think she sings. I mean, I don't really see that too much myself. I'm not a vocal expert or anything, but my song to go against her critics is the live performance she did of Forget About Life at this CBC festival, I think it was called. And I can always link it into the description box if I remember to. But that performance, I think she shows how her vocals are actually really, really good. I think like she really sings and really kind of, it's just her singing. She's not playing guitar for that song. She's just doing a solo vocal to lead into the song. And it's really like, I think it's a great vocal performance in that on that live gig that she did. And there's a whole like interesting thing with her that her family, the Rankin family, were a band or something, a folk band in Canada that were pretty well known. So she's got a music in her blood pretty much. And she also grew up with another thing I didn't know this, that she grew up with Kerry McClellan, the keyboardist. He was her neighbor. And then it kind of all clicks because I think they just gel. They have that sound that just like feels like they've developed over time, and they just gel really well. And I'm a complete Alvvays fanboy. So yeah, Forget About Life would be the song I think I'd pick for them, or for her rather, as her great sort of vocal performance. It's not my favorite Alvvays song, I would stress that, but I think her live version of Forget About Life is really great, and a good one to go against the Molly doubters out there. I'm looking forward to the comment section for any Molly doubters.
Yeah, I like her vocals on Dreams Tonight,
Yeah,
which is the big hit, isn't it? I think it's the one with the most views on YouTube, I believe.
yeah. They've got a lot of. They were on a big American talk show, weren't they, performing?
They were pretty big in the late 2010s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I
did
know that I
get-
listened to their last album because Tom reviewed it, and I listened to it. So
Yeah, like Beach House as well. That they
Yeah.
got quite big. I think they're quite similar in sound as well to Beach House.
Yeah, they're sort of very similar.
Yeah, lots of people like Victoria Legrand, which should be honourable mention, I think.
Yeah,
Victoria Legrand from Beach House.
yeah. Well, let's swing back round to honourable mentions because
We can do
this
that
doing
now,
this is pretty
actually,
tough. So, are you ready, Sam, with your
Yeah.
honourables?
Yeah, I'm ready. So obviously Kevin Shields and Belinda Butcher definitely have their place. I mean, I didn't pick them because I thought you were gonna.
I was trying not to actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you had the same mindset. You wanted to be a bit more obscure. you were going for the pointless Richard Osmond kind of route. Oh, by the way, Richard Osmond is this UK game show called Pointless, where you have to think of the most obscure answer wins. So I don't know if Hector knows that.
No, I didn't know it.
No, it's just a UK thing. I don't know what your game shows are like in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, they mostly consist of women taking most of their clothes off.
Oh, wow, that sounds good.
Daytime TV.
I need to be there.
Is that daytime
Go there
TV?
for holiday sometime.
Well, if you go to Puerto Rico and you go to a beach, you're going to see a lot of asses, believe me.
Wow. Nice. Okay, so anyway, truly digressing there. So we need to, so honourable mention. So I've got, do you know Kitchens of Distinction? Do you know a band called Kitchens of Distinction?
I don't.
They're one of the first wave ones again, like, 91 kind of period. And they have a vocalist that's very, it kind of it's more post-punk kind of, he's got Joy Division kind of vocals.
Oh yeah, I would love that probably.
And it's, it's much more forward than most shoegaze bands. They're almost like arena rock. They have this guitar with lots of reverb but it's very kind of anthemic and, it's almost arena rock in a way, but it's still got that sensitivity of a shoegaze album, I would say, and still got that vulnerability to it. And there is some indie credibility, yeah. So yeah, definitely check them out. It's a really funny name, Kitchens of Distinction. So
At
that's
least,
another
name, at least they didn't name the band Bed Bath and Beyond.
What's that?
They didn't name the band Bed Bath and Beyond because that's a store.
Yeah, or like something like Toilets and Shit.
Yeah.
Like toilets of shit. That would be the worst name. Sorry, I just probably I just swore then. So sorry if that's just disreputed your channel.
No, it's fine. It's not. I click the not for kids thing, so I'm assuming it's.
We're okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Sam, you wouldn't say that if this was my channel because my channel is based on swearing.
well, yeah, there should be. It's metal, for God's sake. It's metal. It should be outrageous. Should be full of vice everywhere.
Yeah.
So also I would say, obviously the Slow Dive guys, Neil Holstead and Rachel Goswell, you need to mention them. Lush as well, they're in my honorable mentions. I mean, you can keep going. The Ride harmonies are incredible. Andy Bell and Mark Gardner, the male harmony in Chapter House. So yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Yeah. Over to you guys.
Awesome. So I have some different honorable mentions. So this band is called Terzo, and they're from Switzerland. And I actually interviewed the lead singer on my channel, and it's pretty interesting because it's got like electronics with some doomier stuff and some shoegaze. So it's like a doom shoegaze type of thing.
I think the Swiss they're quite known for electronic stuff. They're quite good at electronic music because that's where that band Yellow comes from.
Yeah,
and they had some heavy industrial bands as well in the past.
Yeah, they do, and the name of the singer is Billy Lindahl. And if you haven't checked it out, like the interview I did with her was great. We talk about shoegaze. We talk about this album. This is the bad part. I would recommend the song Cymbeline, which opens the album, and Eve 7. Those are the more shoegazy type of things, and you know it's a great new band. This is their first album, and this is the painting was done by some of their friends. They have the lyrics, so pretty interesting band. You should check if you haven't heard them, listen to them. They're great. The other band, I'm obsessed with them. They're called Teenage Wrist, and they're from Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, the rings a bell. Yeah, they're kind of like the Midwest emo kind of grungy side of things.
Yeah, they have like a grungy shoegaze side to them. This is their second album. It's got a great song, Earth is a Black Hole, Taste of Gasoline, New Emotion, High Again. It's more on the like fuzzy guitars, like loud of it, but the vocals, I think his name is the name of the singer, here are them. They used to be a 3-piece, now they're a 2-piece. And look, he's holding a fucking bunny. Like how wrong can you be? Like, that's shoegaze as hell. Marshall Gallagher is his name. And if they watch this, Marshall, I want to interview you. So I want to interview them. They're great. Yeah,
you start begging on your knees.
They are putting out a new album, which is coming out on August, and they have a song called Still Love. And it's with the members of Soft Cold, and that's another band that I've been obsessed with. They're a female duo from Canada, and they have. I'm gonna show. I don't have an album.
Like always, then.
This is Soft Cold. They're these two females. They're awesome. They have an EP that came out called "See You in the Dark" that I actually reviewed on my channel. And they have the vocals for them are very shoegazy and dreamy, but they can have some grunge like thing to them. But I would recommend from if you feel like shoegazy, the song Love Song is great. Spoiled is another great song, and on the harder song you should check out the song Dress. The lyrics are great. The lyrics are all about the lead singer going out to party with her friends, and she's got this dress, and it's about rape. So it's a very strong subject matter, but it's a great song, and I'm super obsessed with this band. And they have a song with Teenage Wrist on the new album that comes in August called Still Love. And that one, I think you would both enjoy it, especially because it's like, and I still love. It's got that dreaminess to it. So truly recommend those bands. Honorable mentions.
Cool. Yeah, I think you would like Narrowhead if you never heard of them.
Yeah,
because there's
that's another band that I have. I love them, and I have an album. And I also reviewed their last album. Yeah. They got also
really
that shoegaze type of feel.
I listen to that. I quite like that.
Yeah, what's the one that goes that Smashing Pumpkins kind of style?
Yeah, they got a lot of like.
I can't remember the name of the song, but it's really addictive. They got that riff that's like.
Yeah, I got the album somewhere.
Sorry about the bad impression, but
I had their last album from last year, but they have an.
That's it. Cool in Motion.
Yeah, and they have a song
that's my favorite.
Like the breakup song, and yeah, they're from Texas, but they got this like droney alternative shoegaze type of feel. And actually,
that style are from Texas as well.
Yeah, there's some great bands in Texas. So
down there.
Yeah. So Narrowhead, I would also say, and I have the album. I forgot to take that one out. But yeah.
Cool. Yeah, really great picks.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool. Yeah, you've. I should have had my CDs ready, really, shouldn't I? So should have pulled them out and had them ready for the camera. Okay, my picks, my honourable mentions. One of these, Sam mentioned one of your picks. I think your number 5, maybe Ian Masters, Pale Saints was one of my honourable mentions. Yeah, really like his voice. I like the Language of Flowers song on that Compass of Madness album particularly. I think that for me is, yeah, I just love that track.
It's quite a fast-paced song, isn't it? It's like,
I was trying to find
kind of
Narrowhead,
Smith's kind of guitar on it.
Yeah.
Really like it, yeah.
I also went with Michelle Zorner of Japanese Breakfast. I've been getting into them.
They're playing at Glastonbury as well on the they're actually on the Pyramid stage, but they're like further down the bill.
Yeah. Cool.
So that's quite cool. You know, if you're going to Glastonbury this year, you want to check out Slow Dive and Japanese Breakfast.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think I liked their their last album a lot, and I liked the one that came out before as well. I think the last album was called Jubilee or something like that. On the top of my head. And yeah, I think she's just a really good vocalist, and it works well with her. With the shoegaze and dream pop stuff that she's done recently, particularly I really like that song, even though it's pure 80s pop. I think it's called Be Sweet. I love that song. It's so catchy. It's so.
But yeah, that's a bit like Tamarin, or is it Tamarin?
Yeah, that's sort of similar sort of.
She went in a more to power kind of direction.
Yeah,
80s synth pop kind of thing. That's her latest album.
It's a running theme. I also picked one that I wondered Hector might pick, because you're a fan of Hum a lot, and so I picked Matt Talbot.
Oh yeah, Hum. Yeah. Hector likes them. Do you?
Yeah, I love Hum.
Yeah, I thought that would be more your kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I really like Inlet 2020 album. I thought that was like my lockdown album. That's the one that got me through that difficult time.
Yeah,
I also on a lot. Another band, Failure. That's another band that's really good.
Fantastic Planet or something. Future Planet.
Yeah, I think it's called Future Planet. I have the last one, but I can't pull it out because it's sitting right under the laptop.
What's that noise?
That's someone trying to call me on Skype at the moment. That must be.
Yeah, I think that those are the singers from Slow Dive. They're like, please refrain from using Slow Dive material on your
That's Kevin
video.
Shields on the phone now saying, can I have an interview with you guys? Can I join this chat? Can I have my rights back, please? All rights reserved. You just copyrighted everything. No, we're fine, because we're not playing any music, are we? So it's fine.
We should be all right.
The problem with these channels I always suffer with is when I upload music, I do get a lot of copyright, like not blocks, but I get lots of warnings about it, but the creators allow me to share it.
Yeah, I heard that it's like 6 seconds of music that you can use. Is
not a ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
I learned that because I uploaded like when I went to a Tool concert, I uploaded like a 10-minute song, and I got that copyright. But when I went to see Roger Waters, I took mini clips and I just put like 6-second clips, and then I didn't get that copyright.
Yeah, it's if the algorithms pick up the like a minute's worth of bar or something. Yeah, like if they hear a few bars and then it picks it up, then they can detect it. But if you're just playing, if you're doing 5 seconds worth, then it's okay because it doesn't detect it. But yeah, it's always contentious though. I mean, that's why Rick Beato always gets blocked all the time.
Yeah.
And he always does those. He does those rant videos, doesn't he? Like, oh, I want to get my lawyers. People are blocking me all the time. He always gets really mad at the blocks.
Yeah. I guess it's tricky, isn't it?
It's a shame because he's only trying to teach people how to play and theory. So it's a shame that he keeps on being busted for it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's using it to share and promote the band.
Yeah, he's actually
Not to-
appreciating the
not-
artist, and
Yeah.
I don't know why the record labels don't appreciate that.
Yeah,
Because it's
he's
also
got like 4
promoting the
million
record labels
subscribers
as
as
well.
well, so he's got a lot of weight behind his channel.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah, I had one other honourable mention as well, and she's a Swedish vocalist. Also, I think she plays keyboard and electronic stuff. And because it's not really a pure shoegaze pick as such, their first album was very shoegazy. It was called Hearts, and the artist I'm talking about is I Break Horses. And I just think she is such
Wow.
an amazing. It's an odd artist name. I think it comes from a song actually, from a country singer or a folk singer or something. But she's her voice is so. I think it's so fantastic. I wanted to include it because their first album is also a bit of shoegaze, a bit of electronica. I suppose maybe a bit like the Swiss thing we were talking about earlier. But yeah, she's Swedish, and she has a really angelic, sort of powerful voice behind her. I think in a lot of her stuff, it's kind of synthy, kind of so lush soundscapes in music, but her voice is kind of equal to. I almost listen to the music with a lot of shoegaze. You kind of listen to it for the soundscapes, not so much necessarily for vocals, but in this case, her vocals bring me in to the music as much as the soundscapes do.
Yeah, I think that electronic is kind of the route that lots of these shoegaze artists are going down. Probably inspired by, M83 and Ulrich Schnauz, the German electrician.
I don't know them.
The German electronic guy called Ulrich Schnauz.
Okay.
And he's very famous for, in the early 2000s, for really bringing shoegaze into like a almost EDM kind of direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
There we go. The guru is here.
That's it. So I think we're done. So we've done our 5 favorite vocalists and honorable mentions as well. So I guess we're getting close to finishing off the video collaboration.
You like Swerve Driver, by the way, Hector?
Well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've listened to Swerve Driver.
Oh, there he is.
It's funny. Everyone has a shoegaze shirt to them, and I just have a shirt from Target.
Yeah, but no, that's quite shoegazy because it's like lots of natural things. You've got mountain, forest.
Yeah, it's quite shoegaze.
Yeah, it's like all the elements together: earth, wind, fire, like very shoegaze, and it's kind of impressionism.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
so realism and impressionism together.
For sure.
That's pretty much what it is in like audio form, isn't it? Really,
it's very deep.
Yeah, surrealism and impressionism. That's how I always describe it.
Combined.
But anyway, yeah, I was going to say, Hector. So you know Swerve Driver, do you? Because you like the grungy kind of side of stuff.
Yeah, I listened to the album, the one with the bull, and I loved it.
Yeah, the Mezcal Head.
Yeah.
I love Duress, Jewel, Blowing Cool, all those kind of songs.
Yeah, no, that type of music I love. Yeah.
And they did a couple of great comeback albums in the 2010s. I don't know if you've heard them. I Wasn't Born to Lose You and Future Ruins.
I've been listening to Swerve Drive this year, so I'm listening to some of their albums. Yeah, they're a great band.
Yeah, that one there. That's the 2015 comeback one.
There you go. Sam, you should be known as Sam Morley, the Sharp.
Yeah, there's more signatures. Yeah. But yeah, this one I recommend. That was their 2015 comeback one.
Nice.
So
yeah,
I think you will like this.
I will check it out, my man. Yeah.
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 Cool.
Awesome.
All right, I think we can wrap it up then.
I've got to get more signatures on all my CDs, haven't I? I feel like
you need to get Molly ranking, and next time you see Alvvays.
Oh, that could be tricky. I reckon that'd be quite
your celebrity crush.
No, she's just great. She's just great. Anyway, so yeah, let's wrap things up. So thanks very much to Sam from Shoegazer 93 for joining me today and all your expert contributions to Shoegaze. As always, very appreciated on the channel. And don't forget to subscribe to Shoegazer 93 to Sam's channel to get all things Shoegaze and your gig experiences, your footage as well that you do, and your stuff relating to your band as well to Breather.
Yeah, I'm going to get some slow dive content on there when I see them live this month.
Awesome.
And Gonna see Ride in August.
Yep,
Awesome.
that'll be good.
Yeah.
And thanks as well to Hector, to Judy and I Couch for joining me.
Yeah.
as well.
Gracias.
And don't forget
Gracias.
don't forget to sub
Gracias,
to,
amigo.
Gracias, yes. And don't forget to sub to Hector's channel, and to get all things that he does, all these kind of obscure underground metal bands, and indie bands, shoegaze band, rock bands, and the interviews that he does as well. Always worth the watch. I always like the way Hector does everything in good humor, never takes things too seriously, which is important for a YouTube channel, I think. All right, thanks everybody, and until the next Shoegaze Files, bye from me and my guests. Till next time. Bye for now.
Yeah. Bye.